Hello, welcome again. I want to share with you, as today is the first day of August, I want to give an update on some of my activities, spiritual activities, fitness activities. So I have reformatted some of the worksheets I was using, but I did it with the purpose of highlighting different activities that I have mentioned in some of my previous episodes, such as Para-Sexuality. If you didn't watch the previous episode in Para-Sexuality, I will do a recap of that today. And also an update on the Viparita Karani Mudra as well, and some of the physical fitness. So now I am doing a separate account of the seed preservation. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see it better. So now I'm highlighting seed preservation and energy preservation to make a difference. So I have been practicing seed preservation as of 31st of July, that's yesterday, 450 days total. So this is a good effort that I have been practicing since May 7th, 2021. And I started recording the energy preservation because somehow I wanted to highlight the difference. I didn't mention it so much in previous episodes, but I think is something that is very important. Also, I started recording my fitness in separate items like spiritual fitness and physical fitness. I'm doing Viparita Karani Mudra. As you know, this today is the 4th month since I started, so that is very good. If you remember, I started this challenge where I will practice at least for 6 months, but I actually plan to continue doing it. I have been doing this practice on and off already for more than 30 years, so I wanted to become more consistent in this practice and everything else. So I also, that's why I'm recording it. So this is a commitment, and of course sometimes I cannot do it perfectly, but I'm recording my best efforts, so I won't be discouraged if sometimes I cannot do it everything perfectly. I'm doing all Wim breathing, cold showers, hypoxia, language learning, reading books, all these things that you probably saw before. So as far as the fitness goes, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. So this is the fitness worksheet where I am recording both spiritual fitness and physical fitness. So I'm recording here my different exercises that I'm doing, different mantras, and I recently started doing some protection mantras as well, affirmations and invocations, conjurations. So these are very important because when you start working on yourself, there is a resistance. There is a resistance, negative energy. Some people call it demons or whatever you want to call it. Let's say yes, a negative influence, or is just simply, in a more simple way, is resistance. You can use whatever concept you want to represent this resistance. Is resistance from the universe, from other people, from whatever. So whenever you start working on yourself, there is going to be some resistance. So affirmations, invocations, conjurations are going to help you to fight these demons. Where are these demons? Inside of you, outside, regardless, this is going to help you, and it's really necessary to do it because after all, we're only humans. We probably strive to become stronger, better than what we have been so far, but it's a struggle for everyone. So that's why it's necessary to continue doing spiritual exercises, to continue improving. Even physical exercises are faced with resistance, external resistance, internal resistance. So to be able to continue doing this for months and months and years, so you can see the results in your body and in your spirit, in your soul, is really difficult, but it can be done, and you just need to hold yourself accountable for this. So creating some record will help you. It will be some feedback for yourself. So let's move on to the convict conditioning and how I have been progressing. So this is as far as 31st of July 2022. That's yesterday. So the progress has been significant. I'm doing now 20 in every single item except in horizontal pulls. It has been the hardest one. I have been escalating little by little, and now I'm doing 10 and 10. So with this I do the necessary volume of 40. So my daily volume is 40. I do this every other day, sometimes every 3 days. That's when I do it, depending on my physical disposition. But my goal is to do it every other day, so I can make more progress. And as soon as I am able to do comfortably all these exercises, 20 for each in each repetition, in each set, then I will move to the next level in convict conditioning. So that is the current status. So I wanted to recap, like I mentioned, on the Viparita Karani Mudra, like I always do when I do this video. So I want to give an overview so people who didn't watch it before can see a little bit of how it actually works. Let me okay, so that's let me show you quickly a photo of the Viparita Karani Mudra, how it should be practiced, so it will be easier to visualize. The most simple one. Okay, so this is the pose. It's actually very simple, like you can see. There are different variations. I usually only recommend the basic variation, which is the most simple. Is just called legs against the wall. So it's just as simple as that. You can do this in a firm surface, so this can be done on the floor, or you can do this in your bed if your bed is firm enough and you feel comfortable doing it. So this is the basic pose, and let's go over the benefits like I mentioned before. So I changed a bit this because I think in previous episodes I just mentioned it, but I didn't write it. The first one is this, which is a legendary benefit of the Viparita Karani Mudra, is the one who practices for 3 hours conquers death. So this is one of those legendary mudras that have this benefit. Another one of these is Keshari Mudra, which we previously discussed in another episode. But this is also one of those that is more challenging. And also after 6 months of practice, you start to see anti-aging effects. So it is said that if you have gray hair, the gray hair will start to disappear, will start to become again your natural color. And if you have wrinkles, the wrinkles will start to also disappear. So that's kind of the most legendary benefits of this. And overall, some other benefits like increased blood flow to most organs in the body, better overall health, increase in the human growth hormone production. As you know, the human growth hormone also has some alleged benefits for anti-age, so is what they are saying, some people. But it is proven that this position creates this situation. So that's why I always recommend doing it at night, because naturally the body at night is when you start to produce more human growth hormone when you're sleeping. So doing it at night, I think it will somehow multiply this benefit. You can have better sexual health, reduce premenstrual syndrome symptoms, anti-stress effects, backache effect. So it will backache relief. It will help to improve sleep, improve legs, blood circulation, reduce inflammation, help with anxiety, arthritis, digestive issues, headaches, hypertension, migraines, breathing problems, symptoms of depression, and symptoms of menopause. It will improve overall glandular function, so hormones will become more balanced. It strengthens the heart, increase awareness, intelligence, consciousness. It will stimulate the Kundalini. And the practice, you will start with a small amount of time and then you go up progressively. You will try to stay as long as possible, even though I mentioned the 3 hours, which is the challenge that I'm doing 3 hours every day. It is not absolutely mandatory. You can have the benefits from this even if you do a small amount, as long as you do it consistently. So this is your own journey. Don't try to do something that is out of your comfort zone, because when you start doing things that are out of your comfort zone, you are going to increase the resistance. And sometimes the resistance it is greater than your own will, and you will start to fail. So you need to kind of balance how much resistance can you handle. Because if you try to be a hero and do 3 hours every day, but you cannot sustain it over the long time, maybe it's better to do 30 minutes every day. But if you can sustain this for a long time, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is to do it consistently. So the main thing is to relax, breathe deeply, do pranayamas if you want, do a prayer, meditation. What I'm doing when I'm in this position, I'm doing some affirmations, I'm doing the invocations, some mantras, conjurations, and you can also read a book or listen to an audiobook, listen to music, whatever works for you, whatever helps you to stay in the position. Don't judge yourself. If you don't feel comfortable doing meditation, maybe you can just listen to music or whatever is best for you. This is how it should be done. So that's it as far as the Viparita Karani Mudra. And I also wanted to remind you of the Para-Sexuality, like I did in previous videos, because I mentioned it on this video too, so I thought it was important to mention it together, because in this video I'm doing a recap. So it's an update on the challenge. It's probably double challenge, because I'm doing the Viparita Karani Mudra, but I'm also doing the Para-Sexuality. So this is also very important for me. So a recap, like we mentioned before, there are different kinds of sexual energy levels in humans. So it's sexual degeneration, ordinary sexuality, nofap, semen retention, sexual magic. As you can see, we have most of people, they just practice either ordinary sexuality or just the sexual degeneration, so that will produce negative energy. And you can start with nofap, which is a good thing to do, but really doesn't give a lot of spiritual benefits, but is a good starting point. And like I was mentioning before, then when you have to focus on the sexual magic of the alchemy. And the main thing is that you are going to do the regular sexual interaction between man and woman, and there is necessary to have love and desire, physical desire for the other person. And then you are going to practice the semen retentions that is recommended. So the semen retention basically means you are going to avoid ejaculation. So your semen stays inside your body as physical energy will stay inside your body, but also you are going to prevent the orgasm. So this is the next step, and this of course includes keeping the energy. It's not just about keeping the semen inside, it's about keeping the energy inside. So this is even more important, because I have seen some people online or in other media that recommend having orgasm, and there is this technique to have orgasm without ejaculation. Personally, I don't recommend it, because what happens, you will see it for yourself. This is something that you can really experience. When you have an orgasm, you lose energy, so you feel weaker. That's the best sign of how you're actually losing your energy. People say, oh, an orgasm is going to bring you to heaven or something like this, is some kind of a spiritual experience. Is not. And it is so simple, so easy to verify it. After the orgasm, you feel tired. After the orgasm, you feel like you want to rest, you feel like you want to sleep, you feel like you don't have more energy, and also the desire for your partner goes away after the orgasm. Yes, you can have an educated response and you can stay in an embrace or something, but this is an educated response. but the physical body response is to withdraw. And this comes from the fact that you're actually losing your energy, the sexual energy, which is even more important than just the semen. The semen is important, but you need to do both things, not just one. Because there are certain techniques, like when you are practicing sexual magic and you probably are close to reaching orgasm, as an accident, let's say, because this is not your intention, there are certain techniques that will help you to retain your semen even though you will experience an orgasm. But this is only like some kind of emergency situation where, yes, you're going to lose some energy, but you will retain your semen. So it's the smallest of the two evils. But overall, what you want to do is to prevent orgasm completely and, of course, retain your semen. And during this practice, of course, like I said, it is important to do breathing, mantras, meditation, imagination, creation. This is what makes it magic, actually. And these are some of the mantras that are used for this practice. And these are the benefits. Like you see, rejuvenation, immortality. It is a legendary benefit, so you can experience for yourself. Some people have practiced this for all their life and they see their benefits. Remember, this is the legendary benefits of alchemy. So it is possible to practice and experience on your own. You don't need to publish it or say to anyone what is your experience if you don't want to, so you can keep it private. Perfect physical health, you feel fully awake consciousness, supernatural abilities, magic, enjoy life and sex at its fullest, improve relationship, fidelity, love, increase mutual desire and attraction. So this is really amazing. This is something that I think everyone will want to have. And just wanted to do a final reminder of this, that sexual energy is the source of magic, and keeping our sexual energy for our spiritual growth is of paramount importance. This implies more than just keeping your seed. It's necessary to avoid losing the energy. So this is the summary of it all, and I hope that you will understand that this is a personal practice. You do it with your partner, but overall you're doing it also on your own. So this is everyone on their own. And even though it says that it's going to help you with your relationships, it's going to help you even with financial accomplishments, material accomplishments that can be even be construed as magic, this thing is just we're living in a physical world, so we're dealing with all these physical benefits and physical situations, but we are just humans. We are living with other humans, so there's only so much you can do about someone else. If you want to be faithful and the other person decides not to be faithful, there's nothing you can do to prevent that. You can be the biggest master in this practice, in this endeavor. You can try to perfect yourself to the highest, and that won't save you. That won't save you from having a negative experience with people. That won't save you from your partner leaving you. That won't save you from your partner being unfaithful. That won't save you from your partner fighting with you. That won't save you from failure in the world with bad friends, negative companies, negative situations in the world. It's just an improvement unless you live a mastery that will kind of liberate you from all these situations where you're no longer affected. But overall, the main thing is that you cannot change anyone else. You can only change yourself. And of course, everyone suffers. We are human after all. And if someone betrays us, someone is unfaithful with us, someone wants to leave, there is nothing we can do to change their behavior, and we need to respect that. Even if they are doing it without a valid reason, it doesn't matter. It matters that you need to respect them, and even if you don't understand it, you just need to understand that they are human. You need to respect them because of that, because they're human. You can try to forgive them if that's within your heart. That will probably give you some peace. But overall, is just life, and you need to continue living the best you can. So this is your own your own journey, and doing the right thing has its own reward. So you don't need to have a perfect life to be happy. So that's all I wanted to say for now. As always, I want to remind you of the opportunity to support my work as content creator. In every episode, I include in the description section some information about different platforms you can use to support my work with donations if you want to. You can also share this episode, and subscribe. I hope to see you again very soon, and thank you for watching this episode.